Hey friends, this is Jimmy Singh, broker owner of Supermax Realty, 647-961-2639, or you can reach me via my website www.supermaxrealty.ca. So hey millennials, all the first time buyers, do you feel real estate is getting too expensive, out of reach for you? And do you feel that you need substantial down payment, 10, 15, 20% to buy in expensive areas? Today for you, I will discuss a real estate strategy that is very powerful wealth creator. So we call the strategy house hacking. So what is house hacking? House hacking is where you live in a house and you rent rest of the house to tenants. It can be you live in a basement, rent the upper portion, or you can live in upper portion, rent the basement, or you can even rent by room if a house in a good neighborhood, close to transit, close to school. And you can actually save tons of money doing it and pay off your mortgage fast. So what happen is lot of banks, if it's an owner occupied duplex 2-unit house, they can buy give you financing as low as 5% down. If it's a triplex, fourplex, something like that, you need 10% down. But the cash flow from the tenants will cover almost most of your expensive, that is mortgage, principal, interest, and then your taxes, heating cost as well. So you can technically live in a house rent free. So what are the benefits? First thing is it dramatically reduce your largest expense in life, that is your living expense. Second, it helps you to build equity and and live rent free while tenants are paying your mortgage down. Third is you get into a home with as minimum payment possible. So I will discuss with you one of the these strategies I've been using with my first time buyers aggressively in last couple of years. So this strategy will help you turn $30,000 to $40,000 or $25,000 into free housing and $200,000 to $300,000 in profits in 5 years. So how does it work? I'll give you a very simple example. So let's say you buy a property which is worth $450,000 with today's interest of 2%, amortization 25 years, your principal interest mortgage payment would be $1,900. So fast forward 5 years, at this interest rate, your mortgage balance would be $376,900, and the mortgage payment you're making annually is roughly $22,000, and out of that, the principal component you're paying every year is $14,500. If you multiply by 5, that is approximately $72,000 you pay off in 5 years, just principal. I'm not counting appreciation. So let's say if we count appreciation, as we all know, for the last 35 years, average appreciation in Greater Toronto Golden Horseshoe is 6.5%. Though last few years, I have seen appreciation of 12 to 15, 20% in 1 year as well. So let's say in 5 years, fast forward, your $450,000 house would be worth $574,000. So if you subtract the mortgage balance owing at the end of 5 years, which would be roughly $376,000, your equity at the end of 5 years would be roughly $197,000. So if I just calculate your return on investment, like initially, let's say you bought $450,000 house, a duplex or triplex with only 5% down, which is approximately $22,500. So your net return on investment is principal pay down, which is $72,500, plus your equity in the property, which is $124,300, plus the cash flow you're generating from the property. So one of my clients, he's very successful. He generates $500 to $700, after paying all the expensive in his property. So if we apply, $500 a month, multiply by 12, multiply by 5 years, that is $30,000. So if you add $30,000, which is annual cash flow for 5 years, plus principal pay down, plus appreciation, and you divide it by your down payment, which is $22,500, your return is $1,300. Show me, guys, that kind of return anywhere in the world. So this strategy, guys, is very, very powerful. But obviously, you have to be comfortable with strangers living in your house. So what is required of you if you're doing for the first time is, number one, have clear expectations and communication with the people who live in the house. And keep in the mind, everybody's privacy and comfort and safety of the tenants. And screen tenants properly. And other thing I want to tell you is, it's good to be friendly, but be professional. Manage this investment as your business, and don't let others take advantage of you. So those are certain tips, guys, you have to be aware. And as I said, to do house hacking and live rent-free in a house, you still need 5 to 10% down depending on the property. That is something you have to keep in mind. And the area, you can choose any area you want. We have been applying these strategies in Hamilton, Kitchener, London area very successfully, because there's a lot of old bungalows, back splits, side splits, which which basically rent very well. So for this strategy to work, there's certain things you have to be careful. And if you're in a market as a first-time buyer, to apply this strategy. So one of my investor clients, all he does is he buy fix-up properties with these criterias. He move himself, rent rest of the units while repairing those units, and keep switching one unit after another. So it will probably take him 2 to 4, 5 years. And after that, he keep living it free. He sell the property, put the profit, and take it to the next property. So you can keep doing house hacking. Or let's say if you buy first property, and at the end of 5 years, with the example which I gave you, you will have roughly $200,000 equity. So you can easily refinance, move to the next property, and at the same time keep this property as a rental for long term. So you can start with 1, multiply to 2, and from 2 you can go to 3, 4, 5. There's no end to it, because banks qualify 80 to 100% of the rental as an offset. So if you don't know the difference between add back and rental offset to qualify for more properties, watch my previous video, which I shot 2 weeks ago. And if you're in the market as a first-time buyer looking for house hacking, buying your first property anywhere in Golden Horseshoe, GTA, London, Kitchener-Waterloo, give Supermax team a call. Again, my number is 647-961-2639. And if you like the video, you can visit my channel, Real Estate Edge with Jimmy Singh. Give it thumbs up or subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a beautiful day.